Hey, what's up YouTube? Out in the woods here, got a dead fir tree snag I'm gonna wreck out with 2511 Sugihara. Gonna convert it back to Panther soon because we got a good line on some new Panther stuff coming. But today it's the Sugihara bar and chain, good, very good quality stuff. And yeah, gonna go up this thing, strip it out, find a place for the top. The idea is just to minimize collateral damage on all the little trees around here. It's not a big complicated, you know, grandma's china under it. It's just almost in the realm of quite relaxing. So relax with me as we wreck out this tree and enjoy the day, okay? Thanks. Thanks. Much better. Bar oil cap just came off and I'm out here in the woods, but luckily I have my monkeybeaver.com cell phone pouch. Hint, hint. I can just call Damien. We're a little too far for helmet communication, but I'm pretty sure modern technology will allow the cell phones to work. He's not answering. You can either throw it to me or tie it on. Is that you, Joe? Okay. Thank you. Hey, YouTube, you want to see something cool? You do? Okay, let me show you. That wasn't it. But watch this. For those of you who don't know, the 2511 pull cord handle fits perfectly into the oil and fuel cap as a little lever to tighten it up and loosen it. Like, it's amazing. So really I had no excuse for that oil cap to come off, but I don't need an excuse. Check it out, YouTube. A group of wild turkeys. What are they called, Joe? What's a group of wild turkeys? A gaggle? A sleuth? A band? A flock? Anyway, a group of wild turkeys has come to see the monkey beaver in his natural habitat. See if they stick around when the noise starts. Sugihara is a really good bar, but the chain absolutely does not cut as fast as Panther chain. It's got more drag. Yeah, see, the chain is sharp, but there's just way more drag with those extra anti-kickback rakers. It's noticeable. Show you something, YouTube, about efficiency in movement. conserving energy when you're doing this kind of work. But in order to talk to you about that, I have to talk about it, I guess, from my perspective, which is working without the limitations of somebody's rules. In other words, when I use the saw with one hand, I do it in a certain way that I conserve energy for myself, and I'll show you what I mean. Obviously, you don't want the tip making contact with the wood, whether you're two hands or one hand, unless you're very deliberately plunge cutting or something that you've been trained on, okay? If your tip stays away from the wood, then that kickback is not gonna take your face off, right? Okay, so having said that, let me show you a little bit of how I conserve energy. So when I was young and first starting out, I would just be a bundle of nerves the whole way. I'd be freaked out. This tree is dead. There's big cracks in it. Let me show you the cracks. See the cracks? Dried out, you know. When I was young and new, I would have seen those and been like just petrified, right? Well, now I just see that and I'm like, well, that looks like seasoned lumber right there. That's probably stronger now than it was green. So what was my point? What point was I getting to? Oh, I would be uptight. I would be tensing. I would be nervous. Tension would have control of me so much that I wasn't efficient. I would be like just all muscles tense at the same time. Whereas sometime in the process of gathering experience, you start to use energy that you're making to transition to the next energy that you'll be doing. For example, when you come through a piece of wood, like when I come out the other side of this, I don't tense up my muscles and stop the saw. I mean, I could, but when you do that
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later,
times on a tree, it's easier if you come through and you let the saw just take its pendulum out like this. Now it's back like this. That tells me it's going to be coming back again. So now I use that energy to bring it up like that. So it's just little things like that. And I'll be cutting over here, and I don't swing the saw over like this and go straight to the cut, because that makes me have to stop this motion. I'll swing the saw like this, and then the saw is bringing itself to the cut, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of stuff like that. Take for example, like with a big saw, if you were gonna send a chunk, you come through the other side and you don't like stop the saw out here. No, you let it go and then come back like this. Your left hand can be pushing it off, like literally. Well, the other hand has the saw back like this. Now this thing's leaving like that, and then you just let the thing's going to be swinging back, right? You just let that swing happen. Your arm is fully extended because it's stronger that way than when it's flexed, right? Your arm is back like this. The saw is coming back. You just let its own energy of the pendulum swing it right back. Boom, set it right up on top. Adjust your flip line, stuff like that. So watch how I move on these. This is not rocket science, okay? It's just not fighting the motions that are taking place, and then you use the motions that you're creating in your workflow to sort of run into the next motion. working by myself, so if I cut that branch off, you guys are gone. But you see how the workflow, you get in a flow and man, stuff happens. It gets done. It's not even complacent. It's not like you're just, it's not willy-nilly. It's not reckless. It's like literally a dance almost. So it can be done that way, and if you want to cultivate that sort of work style, I do. I like it. I like freedom, being able to choose my work style and not be micromanaged by some sort of nanny type governing body. Don't get me started on that. Someday I'll probably go off. The wood looks good, but it has a weird sway feeling. Dang it, I got the wind against me on this. Oh well. Going down that way. It's against the lean of the tree, but not really against the lean of the top. I mean, yeah, it should be. Without the wind, I could do it for sure. I may have to push on it. My camera is on the back side of the tree. It is at this time that I say good luck to you on your journey to the earth. See you later. My camera's under that, but I didn't see it get smashed. I just saw it get battered. There was a time, YouTube, when cracks like this would have freaked me out. And I'd have been scared to send a big top because of the side pressure the top inflicts on the stem as it tips. However, you get to judging things and you can tell, like this wood, that's primo. Like this tree might be stronger now than it was green because it has less weight up here. It's like seasoned lumber versus green lumber. I say might. There's all kinds of deadness, and this particular deadness I find quite appealing. But don't judge every dead thing by this dead thing or on my feelings in this isolated incident. In other words, don't take this video as an excuse to climb the most decrepit snag in all of Texas, okay? Joe says if it was in Texas it would only be 30 feet tall. That's mean, Joe. I'm gonna make a big old cross cut with a chain that drags too much and a saw that's made for limbs. Another quarter turn. Oh, that's better. Put that log right on the road, right next to the other one. I'm making some pretty big cuts here with this little 2511. See if it runs out of gas before I finish this next one. I do not predict a flat landing with this one. Goodbye. Flat on the top. Joe is gonna fall the stem for me because I don't feel like putting my back through it right now. It's pretty touchy these days. And today is one of these days. I've got some smoked salmon in my ice chest. Nice.